Hello, I'm Subha Shankar, and in this session, I will go over the onboarding workflow and provider organization creation for VMware Cloud Provider Hub. Let us look at an onboarding workflow. The first step is to create a commit contract. MSP works either with an aggregator or VMware directly to sign commit contract for each service that they want enabled in VMware Cloud Provider Hub. Commit contract is set up in Business Portal. Business Portal syncs the commit contract with backend systems. Business Portal notifies the systems when the commit contract becomes active. This is a one-time activity for each service that the provider needs enabled in Cloud Provider Hub. However, the first time a commit contract becomes active, MSP receives an onboarding invite email from VMware. The email opens a wizard-based workflow for the MSP to establish their account on console.cloud.vmware.com and create a MSP master, that's provider organization. MSP lands on Cloud Provider Hub landing page when the provider organization creation is complete, and now the service is available for provisioning. Service is available as a tile. This is a one-time activity for the provider for any number of services that he wants enabled in VMware Cloud Provider Hub. Only the first commit contract, when it becomes active, the provider organization onboarding workflow is followed. For any subsequent commit contracts which are signed and becomes active for the same provider, the service tile is automatically enabled when the commit contract becomes active, and provider does not need to do any additional step. Now, once the provider organization is complete and the service is available, the provider can create as many tenants as he wants and sell and onboard the tenant to the service. This is done in 3 steps. First is the provider adds a tenant org, which creates a tenant org under the provider org. Second, the provider manages services for the tenant when the provider is switched to the tenant org context, and the provider will activate the service for that tenant by selecting open. Next is managing a service for the tenant. The provider selects each tenant and manages the tenant access at the tenant level to decide the level of access for the service, whether it's no access, partial, or full. Then provider can continue to configure the service for the tenant if required, and based on the access provided, tenant can use the service. This is repeated for every tenant for each service. However, the service activation is totally automated. We will see these in detail in subsequent presentations. Similar to MSP 1.0, Cloud Provider Hub is contained within organizations. Concept of master organization has been introduced in MSP 1.0. An organization is a basic entity which enables end-to-end customer lifecycle management for VMware cross-cloud services. There are 2 types of orgs. Basically, master organization, tenant organization. Master org is a root level org which is created first for every service provider with the first active commit contract. This has to be created for you to start using Cloud Provider Hub. There can be only one master org with every cloud provider email. It's easily identifiable with this logo. Who can create a master org? The provider who received the master org invitation when the commit contract becomes active in Business Portal is the only one who can log in and create the master org. Let's see a demo of creating a master org. Prerequisite is one active commit contract for this provider in Business Portal for either VMC or for CMS. MSP has a valid VMware ID, and this email is associated with the active commit contract. email has been received for a master organization invitation. Adam signed the first commit contract for VMware Log Intelligence, which is CMS commit contract. Once your contract goes active, you receive an invitation email in your inbox from VMware Cloud Services, using which you will log into VMware Cloud Service portal. The invitation shows to expire in 30 days. It has been extended to 90 days. Sign into VMware Cloud Service portal as before. You will start creating the master organization. Make sure to select the English language. Enter the name of the master organization and terms of service. Once you continue, you will see the commit contract details which you signed with your aggregator. Make sure that all this information is correct before you continue. The difference with MSP 1.0 is you will see an aggregated contracts here which displays all the commit contract you have signed before creating the master organization. Now enter the metadata, the country and the zip code, and an optional field tag which can be used for querying any organization details using API. Here we just do a demo, and once you hit create, the master organization is created for you and you are redirected and logged into VMware Cloud Provider Hub portal. The master organization is the root organization under which all the tenants and services for the tenants are associated, as well as the payment method. The services available for provisioning is VMware Log Intelligence, because that was the only commit contract that was signed. If you signed for 2 commit contracts, that is the VMC commit contract for VMware Cloud on AWS, VMware Cloud on AWS tile would also be available for provisioning. You will need to activate the services for them to be used. You are given the role of a provider administrator, and you can do tenant management, service management, user management, billing and subscriptions, and support center, basically all the functionalities of Cloud Provider Hub. You can add users with different roles: provider operations administrator, support user, account administrator, billing user, and provider administrator. Thank you for watching, and visit our website cloud.vmware.com/cloud provider hub for the latest updates and to learn more and explore.